It made my voice crack.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, we're now ready for the first of the third contest of the evening. The Florida Age Sports Supply Safety. Wearing black, serving the orange, take on the home team of the Dusters wearing white, serving the yellow. Now the starting lineup for Florida Age Sports Supply. Number 0, Kinsley Brooks. Number 2, Kennedy Phillips. Number 3, Hannah Brown. Number 13, Zayden Myers. Number 14 is Clara Zapata. And for the whole team, the Beaver Lady Dusters. Number 10, Paula Martinez. Number 11, Shane Black. Number 13, Kaylee Padilla. Number 21, Asher Daly. And number 25, Misty Riker. Good luck to both teams. Let's enjoy the games. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, ready for the game, for the second game at home this season, where our Lady Dusters are starting off on the right foot, 1-0, taking on the Buffalo Bison last week, right before Thanksgiving break, and celebrating with the win. Hoping for a repeat performance tonight against the Bearcats. We'll see how things go. It's like Draper's at the line to handle the tip. And there's a tip, and the Lady Dusters will take possession to start things off. Martinez, top of the key, sends it to Stanley. Now Klein down in the corner. Works it to Stanley, in the lane to Draper, and 2 points are on the board for Draper. First possession, first points on the board. I like the way it's going so far. Martinez takes it to the hole. Shots blocked by 0-0 over the Lady Bearcats. Fargo was late to get the program, so I don't have it all right in front of me. Shots up, no good, out of bounds, last touched. White ball. Martinez to bring it up again. Lady Dusters tonight playing without Cash and Kendall Klein. We'll see how they handle it. Shaley for 3, no good. Draper taking care of the offensive boards, kicks it out to Martinez, circling around top of the key. Stanley, Klein in the corner. Little pass inside. Stanley to Draper, shot was blocked. Battle for the long ball, tied up by Stanley. And Myers, possession will go to the Bearcats. Bearcats get it across midcourt, put it into the lane, turns, covered up by Draper. She'll work it back out. Shots up, too strong over the top. Crooks with the rebound. Works it on the other side of the paint. Shots up, too strong over the top by Phillips. And Martinez gets it across for the Lady Dusters. Ooh, stolen away. The pass to Draper to the inside. Myers got that one. Works it to Crooks. Takes it around the far side. Back up top to Crooks. In the middle. Brown kicks it back outside. Phillips. Zapata up top. Coming around the near side. Gets it back to Phillips. Shots up. Off the glass. A banger there. Martinez, Stanley, Klein back in the corner, pulls up for another three. That one's off to the right. Draper with the rebound. Looks like we've got an over-the-back call on number 3. That will be first team foul for the Lady Bearcats. Brown picks up her first. Martinez drives right, goes to Klein near the corner. Trying to get it to Padilla, and it is stolen away by Myers. And Padilla picks up the first foul for the Lady Dusters. They get it into Zapata. Little pressure by Padilla. Zapata goes left. Gets it over the far side to Phillips. She drives back up, kicks it to Myers, top of the key. Back to Phillips. Foul's called. That one's on Martinez. Lady Bearcats will get it on the near side timeline. Get it into Zapata. Drives left. Works it there to Phillips. Padilla got a hand on it. Martinez able to steal it away. Comes back left into open area. Pulls up for 3, and that one was off to the right. Padilla crashing the offensive board, put back and draws the foul. Looks like he's calling it on Phillips. Padilla to the line. Shooting 2. First one, nothing but net. Solid from the line is Padilla. Second shot's away. Oh, rim and out. Brown with the rebound. Crooks bringing it on off the floor. Back over center. Goes to Phillips. Back to Brown. Now she comes to Brown. Zapata now, far side wing. Padilla gets a hand on it. Ball's on the floor. Timeout called. Fargo Gage trying to save the turnover. And we'll be back.
Everyone has something that they do best. Banks are no exception. Ours is investing back into the local communities that we serve. We make loans to local families and businesses. These loans generate the dollars which empower our local community. Invest in our community by banking with us. We're an equal housing lender.
Zapata drives it to the hole, knocks it down, scoring 2 there. She'll try to make the 3-point play. Off the back of the rim, friendly roll, in it goes. Lady Bearcats now on top, 5-3, as Martinez brings it across. Stanley to Klein in the corner. Back to Stanley. Klein. Martinez brings it to Stanley on the near side, down to Klein. They find Padilla at the elbow. Shots up. Draper comes away with it. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound. Padilla picks it up, draws another foul. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Fouls on Crooks. Three team fouls apiece. 3:38 to play right here in the first. Right on in there. Lady Dusters pull within one. Second shot, right in the hole. Back deadlocked at 5. Zapata pushing it across. Little pass over the top to Crooks, drives down to the block, pulls back outside the three-point line. Looking to work it in, tipped by Draper. Draper picks up the trash. Gets it to Martinez. Klein up the floor and across. Little inside pass, little no-look, inside. Draper converting two there. Dusters on top, 7-5. Crooks bringing it across for the Lady Bearcats. Comes to the near side. Phillips. Now Brown. Back to Crooks. Trying to find something open inside. Shots up. No good. Draper with another rebound. Martinez. Stanley. Looking inside. Goes to Klein in the corner. Tries for three more. That one too strong and over the top. Last touch, Padilla. It'll be black ball. Frame checking in for Klein. Work it into Zapata. They get it back to Crooks. Looks like she's all set to bring it across. Crosses over, goes left. Little handoff there. Laverty. Crooks works it back to Brown. Brown will circle around top of the key. Goes back to her left to Zapata. Tries to penetrate into the paint. Shots up. No good. Draws the foul. Foul on Draper. Picking up her second. The way she's crashing the boards tonight, I do not want her in foul trouble early. Off the back of the rim, no good there. One more to shoot. Klein will relieve Draper. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Play this one off the release. Gets the friendly roll. Nice follow through. Frame gets it into Stanley. Martinez brings it across. Stanley on the right. Frame working it out of the corner. Zapata knocks the pass out of bounds, intended for Stanley. We'll have it baseline side in the corner. Works it into Klein. Martinez, she'll bring it back, top of the key, reset the offense. Stanley for three. That one's off left, a little short. Brown can't hang on. Out of bounds it goes. Stanley to send it in. Finds Padilla. Drives to the lane. Shots up. Bearcats got a hand on it. Frame saves it. Klein, Frame, and now Martinez is going to reset it top of the key. Comes to the near side. Stanley, Frame down in the corner. Nice little bounce pass back to Stanley. Frame kicks it out to Martinez, and she'll reset. Klein at the elbow. Back to Martinez. Stanley. Frame in the corner. Lady Dusters being patient, working for that inside shot. Swing pass. Frame not quite ready for it. Out of bounds it goes. Turnover on the Dusters. Crooks sends it into Laverty. Laverty back to Crooks, pushing it left. Cuts back right, crosses over left. Zapata on the far side. Skip pass down to Laverty. Laverty work it inside. Brown grabs it, shoots, no good. Stanley with the rebound. Looks like Myers is going to get called for the reach from behind. Martinez, Stanley, frame down in the corner. Back to Martinez, 30 seconds on the clock. Stanley on the near side, kicks it down in the baseline to Frame. Working it inside to Padilla. Bearcats got a hand on it, and Laverty's going to push it across. Swing pass, Zapata. Back to Myers. Myers intended pass for Brown, sails out of bounds, and it's Lady Duster ball. Frame's going to get it into Klein. Long shot. Oh, off the back of the rim. Just about got it done. That'll do it for the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back after this intermission. Martinez, Klein, Frame down in the corner. Looking for somebody inside. She'll drive to the right instead. Klein, little dribble. Frame for three in the corner. Rims out. Draper tips the rebound. Out of bounds it goes. That'll be Lady Bearcat ball. Laverty gets it into Crooks. Back to Laverty. She's all set to bring it across. Pressure by Frame, works it to the near side. Crooks drives left, pulls up for three. Too strong, no good. Draper with another defensive rebound. Martinez gets it across. Klein, Frame in the corner. Klein drives under baseline, covered up, kicks it out. Martinez back inside to Draper. Foul got called. Saved the travel call. Shooting two here. First one, nice follow through, and it goes. Phillips checking back into the ball game for the Lady Cats. Second shot's away. Can't quite get that one to go. Crooks with the rebound. Pushes it left, trying to get across. Works it up to Laverty. And a stutter step will get the travel call every time. Lady Dusters have it at the timeline in front of their bench. Shaley to bring it across. Martinez working it down in the corner to Frame. She'll find Martinez on the inside. Pass just out of her reach, and it is tipped out of bounds. Emery checking into the ball game. Laverty working out from the corner, goes back to Crooks. Martinez got a hand on it. Disrupted things, but the Lady Cats are still able to get across. Zapata tries to penetrate in, kicks it back out to Crooks. Zapata takes the three off the rim, no good. Draper with another board. Martinez brings it across. A little miscommunication. We got offense a little offset here. Swing it to Frame on the near side. As she crossed over, she took a stutter step, and travel is the call. The Lady Bearcats have it on the baseline side. Looks like Flores has checked into the ball game. I missed that one. Crooks pushing it up the floor. A little handoff to Laverty into the paint. Kicks it to Zapata. She drives in. Shots up. No good. Shaley picking up the rebound. Drives out of it. Right up the far sideline. All the way down to the baseline. Ball is tipped. They're going to say that Klein touched it last after Zapata disrupted things. Lady Dusters on top. 8-6. 5:36 to play. Laverty pushes left. Shut down by Klein. Woo, just about a backcourt. And then Flores is going to get called. Stepped down with her left foot, and right foot was on the other side of the line. Tough break for the Lady Dusters. Laverty from the near side. Kicks it back to Crooks. Drives across, gets it to Zapata. Laverty at the elbow, kicks it to Crooks. Penetrates into the lane, kicks it back to Zapata. Laverty, three-point baseline, and she knocks it down. We have ourselves a lead change. Martinez pushes it across, goes to Shaley on the far side. Frame down in the corner. Shaley with the cut through, underneath the bucket. Covered up, looking for an open lady, and finds Martinez. Pulls up for three. That one's too strong to the right. Long rebound, end up in Martinez's hands. Klein near side. Free throw line, Draper back to Martinez. Klein for three, too strong. Emery with the rebound. She'll get it to Zapata. They're across. Drives left. Emery around top of the key, trying to get down to the block, kicks it back. Phillips for three, too strong. Flores with the rebound, and she picked her pivot foot up. Not quite as much playing time underneath her belt. Some nervous jitters there, I'm sure. Crooks gets it to Emery, way out on the beaver tail. Back up, Zapata turns, rolls left, gets it back to Emery. Pressure by Klein. Working it inside. Crooks, the pass is tipped, and Stanley comes away with it, drives out of trouble, gets it to Martinez. And here come the Lady Dusters. She's across. Stanley on the far side. Klein in the corner. Works it back to Martinez inside. Draper turns, shoots, draws the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul is on Emery, I do believe. Phillips, I couldn't see the second finger he was holding up. Second foul for Phillips tonight, 2 for 2. Draper's first shot, right in it goes. Three for 4 already on the night. Does not get the friendly roll there. Padilla battles for the rebound. Now the ball's on the floor. Tied up. Jump it is. Position arrow does favor the Lady Bearcats. Inbounds to Laverty. She's going to swing it back across the floor to Crooks. She'll bring it across. Drives to the free throw line. Kicks it back. Laverty for 3 more. Off to the right. No good. Oh, that rebound went long. Phillips knocks it into Klein, and out of bounds it goes. Stays Bearcat ball. Laverty sends it into Crooks. Crooks rolls back to the right, kicks it out to Laverty. Turns, now Crooks. Near side wing. Oh, yeah, Zapata bumbled the pass, gets called for the travel. Stanley will inbound to Martinez, and she'll bring it across. All tied up at 9 apiece here as we get it to Klein. Zapata tips another. Oh, Stanley's able to save it. And she steps on the line. Black ball. Long pass into Phillips. She'll get it back to Laverty. Back in Phillips' hands. Laverty drives left, gets it to Crooks. Crooks swings it down in the corner. Laverty for 3, and she is good from the baseline. She's got 1 3 from each side. Lady Bearcats up 12-9, 2:15 to play. Inbound pass, not sure who it was intended for, Padilla or Draper, but Crooks comes away with it. Lob shots up, and Zapata knocks it out of bounds. Myers checking back into the ball game, going to give Zapata a breather. Martinez bringing it across again for the Lady Dusters. Stanley, Klein in the corner. Martinez swings it. Stanley for 3, just short off the front of the rim. That one was on target. Long pass up the floor. Myers, jump shot, no good. Padilla crashing the boards. Kicks it out to Stanley, and Laverty's there. Position will go to the Lady Dusters. Martinez bringing it across. Near side. Klein down in the corner. Drives back out. Gets it to Martinez. Bounce pass. Stanley gets it to Klein. Turns. Drives baseline side. Shots up and knocks it down for 2. Nice little power move there. Crooks bringing it across. Hands it off. Oh, the pass was bobbled. She gets the friendly roll, and 2 points more for the Lady Cats. Stanley working it down to Shaley. Back up top. Draper in the paint. Turns, shoots. Oh, blah, blah. Looks like Phillips with the rebound. Hands it off to Crooks. Crooks across midcourt. Goes to Laverty on the far side. We got 20 seconds on the clock. See if they opt for one last shot. Right back to Crooks. Drives to the baseline. Shots up, no good. Klein comes away with it. We got 10 seconds to go. Pushing it up to the three-point line. Long pass across. Stanley drives up. Shot. Like Emery got her hands all over that one. Out of bounds it goes. Oh, we better. A little alley-oop here. 0.9 seconds. Just enough time to touch it. Shots up. Foul's called. Padilla's going to the free throw line after time expired. Try to close this gap a little bit more before half. Time has expired, so they will send the rosters to the bench. In it goes. Second shot. Oh, off the back of the iron. No good. That'll send us to the locker rooms. Lady Dusters led early and have fallen behind here at the half. Score is 12-14. Lady Bearcats on top. Stick around. We'll be right back after the half.
Ever wonder what happens with the money you deposit with us? Well, your deposits enable us to make loans. Personal, real estate, vehicle, and seasonal loans. All to local families. And this energizes our whole local economy. Stop by and let's talk. Together we grow. We're an equal housing lender. Around here, we give quick service on loans. We're local. We make our own decisions. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town office to give you a yes or no. So if you have good credit and don't want to wait, talk to us. Everyone has something that they do best. Banks are no exception. Ours is investing back into the local communities that we serve. We make loans to local families and businesses. These loans generate the dollars which empower our local community. Invest in our community by banking with us. We're an equal housing lender. Ever wonder what happens with the money you deposit with us? Well, your deposits enable us to make loans. Personal, real estate, vehicle, and seasonal loans. All to local families. And this energizes our whole local economy. Stop by and let's talk. Together we grow. We're an equal housing lender.
Second half action starts now. Lady Cats will start with the ball. Oh, that's a back court. She caught the pass in the forecourt and stepped back across the line. Tough break for the visitors. It's Lady Duster ball. Martinez will send it in. Works it to Klein. Drives up the line, goes ahead and tries her luck off the front of the rim. Long rebound in the hands of Crook. She gets it to Zapata, and we're picking up that pivot foot. We've seen it about 3-4 times in the last few seconds of play. Martinez, Klein down in the corner, kicks it back up. Stanley working it inside. Draper turns, shoots, and puts it in for two. Now we're tied up, 14 apiece. Crooks brings it across for the Lady Cats. Pressure by Martinez, a little handoff to Zapata. Comes back to the left. Hands it off. Klein got a hand on that pass, and she will take it down. Shots up, too strong. Brown with the rebound. Gets it to Phillips. Now in the hands of Zapata. Crossover to left. Comes across. Kicks it to Laverty. Laverty. Brown. Back to Laverty, top of the key. Hand off, Zapata. Now hands it off, Crooks for three. That one is off the back of the rim. Stanley with the rebound. Too much pressure. Stanley runs out of real estate. Steps on the baseline. Lady Cats get it back. Padilla, quick hands, knocks it out of bounds. Crooks will try again from the near side. Slaps the ball for the break. Long pass into Brown. Penetrates into the paint. Shots up. No good. Foul is on the floor, he says. Going to call her for the block. And he's giving it to Stanley. Picking up her first this evening. First team foul of the half. Inbounds to Crooks. Zapata in the corner. She'll pull up for three. That is off the front of the rim. Klein battling and gets the rebound. Left hand layup. In it goes. Lead change. Crooks pulls up just inside the free throw line and knocks it down for two. Oh, Brown got a hand on that one. She'll get called for the hold. We've got one team foul apiece. Martinez sends it into Stanley. Back to Martinez. Klein down in the corner. Stanley to the right. Working it inside. Padilla, they're all over her there. Goes up strong. Fouls on Phillips. Her third of the evening. Knocks it down. Nothing but net there. Second one's away. Swish. 75% from the free throw line. Crooks brings it across. Pushes it left. Back to Zapata. Zapata drives left. Hands it off to Laverty. Laverty trying to get it inside to Brown. Stanley got a hand on that one. Crooks able to recover from the elbow. Shots up. Banks it right off the glass. Stanley drives up the free throw line. Klein for three. Oh, doesn't get the fall. Draper, rebound, put back, no good. Tries a second time and draws the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot two. That's another foul on Brown, her fourth this evening. It's going to take a little bit of height off of the floor for the Lady Bearcats. Shots away. Get it up on your fingertips, girl. Put it in. Frame checking in for Klein. Had Emery check in for Brown on the black side of the court. Second shot, playing it off the release. Off the back of the iron. Crooks with the rebound for the Lady Cats. Lady Dusters fall back on defense. We're tied up at 18. Hands it off to Zapata. Hands it off to Laverty. We got an arm foul. Push is the call. Zapata, her first tonight. Lady Bearcats, we got 4:40 to play, and they've already racked up their 4th team foul. One more, and we are in the bonus. Martinez working it to Frame in the corner. Drives out, back to Martinez at the baseline. Skip pass to Stanley. Drives right to the elbow. Kicks it to Frame in the corner. Looks to drive baseline. That is swatted out of bounds by Laverty. Arms, no foul there. That's all right. Inside to Draper. They're all over. Kicks it out to Martinez. Stanley back to Martinez. She'll pull up for 3, and that one's in. Lady Dusters up by 3. 21-18 is your score. Crooks brings it across. Driving to the right side of the floor. Back left, top of the key. Goes to Laverty down near the corner. She puts up for 3. She's deadly down at the baseline. That's 3 for 3 for her. 21 all. Can't let her shoot at the baseline. Martinez, Frame in the corner. Back to Stanley. Draper turns, shoots, drops it in from the block. Lady Dusters up by 2. Let's make it a 3-point play. Klein checking in for Stanley. Coach Looper's going to have some words of wisdom to share with Martinez here. Draper shooting 1. Off the glass. Banger. Zapata works it into Laverty. Lady Dusters working that man-to-man defense. Laverty down to the block. Shots up, no good. Drew a foul on her way through there. That's on Draper. Picks up her 3rd. 3:14 to play. Crooks sends it in. Myers hands off to Laverty. Crooks down in the corner. Hands off to Zapata. Drives down to the block. Shots up. Gets it to go. Lady Dusters up by 1. Martinez can't quite get it to go. Zapata did a nice job blocking Padilla from being able to save that one. Laverty into Crooks. Lady Dusters fall back. Zapata driving into the paint, kicks it out. Emery shots off to the right, out of bounds off of Laverty. I think Paula just wanted the ref to pass it in to her. Frame brings it across for the Lady Dusters. Little pump fake there, gets it to Martinez. Klein looked at it, kicks it to Martinez at the baseline. Draper turns, shoots, and scores from the block. 26-23 your score. Crooks pushing it hard and fast up the far side of the floor. Pulls up just outside the free throw line. Draper crashing the boards. 2 minutes to play. Martinez going to bring it across. Cuts up the far side of the floor. Trying to work it in to Draper. And I guess Draper was the last one to touch it. Crooks going to bring it across again. Laverty back up top. Hands it off to Zapata. Penetrates just past the free throw line. Fouls on Frame. Gonna say she got her on the arm. Couldn't see it for all the bodies. Shots up. No good. Second one is short off the front of the rim. Draper with another defensive rebound. Martinez brings it across. Lady Duster stacked left. Frame for three. Knocks one down. Extends the lead to 6 for the Lady Dusters. Laverty, long pass up the floor to Emery. She'll kick it back out. Crooks now. Penetrates to the free throw line. Zapata goes to Emery. Shots up and in. About 12 foot out on the baseline. Less than a minute to play. Working it inside. Draper goes to Padilla. Draws another foul and goes to the line. That foul's on Emery. Shooting 2. Oh! She tried for the backboard and it didn't work out. Second one no good. Crooks comes away with the rebound. Shots up. 8 foot out, no good. Rebound Draper. Kicks it to Padilla. Padilla, Klein. Frame, drives baseline. Tipped out of bounds by Zapata. Lady Dusters will have it on the baseline underneath the bucket. Martinez to send it in. Frame pops out. Working it inside. Laverty gets a hand on it, steals it away. Missed Myers on the long throw. Zapata. Crooks back to Zapata. She'll try for 3. Shot's no good. Padilla with the rebound. 8 seconds to go. Padilla downtown, just off to the left. 29-25 is your score as we close out 3 quarters of play. Hang around. We got ourselves a good one. Lady Dusters on top. We'll be right back. My apologies. I had to have something to drink. Zapata driving baseline and gets called for the travel. Stanley to bring it across for the Lady Dusters. Still on top, 29-25, early in the third. Isn't it the fourth quarter? Shaley puts it up, no good. And then gets caught with the over the back call. Crooks bringing it across. In the paint, kicks it out. Myers couldn't get it to go. Zapata penetrates into the paint, shot from 6 foot out, gets it knocked down. Stanley to bring it across. 29-27. Martinez, far side wing, off the back of the rim. Laverty with the rebound. Pass intended for Emery down at the block, knocked out of bounds by the Lady Dusters. Timeout called. We'll be right back.
Around here, we give quick service on loans. We're local. We make our own decisions. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town office to give you a yes or no. So if you have good credit and don't want to wait, talk to us.
Zapata got that one to go. Fouls on Padilla, picking up her second. Zapata going to the line, trying to make it a three-point play. Gets the friendly roll, and we have a lead change. Stanley, Martinez down to frame in the corner. Kicks it back up top. Stanley drives left. Caller for double dribble. Turnover, gives Lady Cats the ball. Laverty pushing it across. Hands off to Zapata, right into the paint. Wide right, no good. Shot too strong up over the top. I think Myers gets called for over the back. Picks up her third. Another timeout called. We'll be right back. Frame bringing it across for the Lady Dusters as the Lady Bearcats have decided to go into some kind of a little bit of a full court defense there. Zapata picking up her second on the reach foul. Long pass over the top. Martinez takes it to the block. Shots up. Too soft. No good. We got a foul. Battling for the jump ball. Nope. Jump ball is the call. Possession arrow favors the Lady Bearcats. Crooks back to Laverty. Brings it across, slowing it down. Overloaded on the near side. Back to Crooks. Nice little switch by the defense there. Crooks back to Zapata. Screen. Now Laverty will shoot the three. Oh, off the front of the rim, no good. Pass up the floor. Frame. Oh, too far underneath. Nice rebound by Klein. Covered up. Timeout called. Quick thinking on Shaley's part. Saved the turnover. We'll be right back.
Everyone has something that they do best. Banks are no exception. Ours is investing back into the local communities that we serve. We make loans to local families and businesses. These loans generate the dollars which empower our local community. Invest in our community by banking with us. We're an equal housing lender.
Martinez for three, knocks it down, puts the Lady Dusters back up on top. And then we got a long pass that Laverty cannot get under. And Lady Dusters will get the ball back. Into frame. Now up to Stanley. She'll bring it across. Martinez, near side wing, down in the corner, frame. Zapata steals it away, gets it to Crooks. She'll bring it across. Laverty, top of the key. Drives left, comes back to Zapata on the far side. Back in Laverty's hands, pulls up for the three. Around the rim and out. Stanley with an aggressive rebound. Oh! They do call the foul on Martinez. I thought she could get out of the way, but doesn't make it happen. Foul was on the floor, so not really any harm done. Laverty to send it in. Tries to get it to Brown. Martinez picks it off. Brings it across. Stanley back to Martinez. Klein in the corner, drives out, gets to the lane, kicks it back out top. Stanley sends it to Martinez. She penetrates into the paint. Shot too strong. Padilla with the rebound. Fouled on the putback. Headed to the line to shoot two. That is number 5 on Miss Brown. Nice job tonight, young lady. But she will retire. Padilla. Oh, back of the rim. She's got to settle down. 6 for the first 8. Missed her last 2. Drops the second one in. That's much better. Laverty bringing it up for the Lady Cats. Gets it to Zapata. Pulls up for 3. That one is short. Draper keeps them from getting a hold of it. Out of bounds it goes. Comes to Martinez on the near side. She'll kick it back to Stanley. Padilla drives to the baseline. Turns. Fouls on the floor. I believe Myers is going to pick it up. That is the 4th foul on no. Oh, we got a wrong number. No, now it's 13. Yes, I thought that was Myers. I guess that's her 5th foul. I knew she had 3, and then it went to 4, and now it's at 5, and she is also retired. Nice job tonight, young lady. Martinez puts that first one in there. Second shot. Oh, Draper with the rebound. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Laverty with the board. Drives to the right. Nice cinch of urgency. Just inside the three-point line. Shots up short. Emery with the rebound. No good. Draper finally grabs a hold of it. Shaley pushing it up. That is a block. Didn't quite get set long enough. First one. Oh, back of the iron. No good. Second shot. Oh, can't get the friendly roll on that one either. Laverty with another defensive rebound. Timeout called. Bearcats. We'll be right back. Laverty with the ball coming out of the timeout. 34-30. Lady Dusters on top. Laverty working to the right. Phillips to Crooks up top. Zapata working it to the paint. Shot is short, no good. Emery tries to save it, but she stepped out of bounds in the process. It is Lady Duster ball. Stanley to Klein as it comes across midcourt. Drives up, turns. They're going to say that she stutter stepped. Long pass over to Crooks as she gets it across. Working it down near the baseline. Backs out, goes to Laverty. Phillips drives in, kicks it out to Zapata. She drives in, shoots. Another one that's short. Laverty tries to save this one, and she was standing on the baseline. Martinez to send it in. Three-quarter court press by the Lady Bearcats. Martinez pushes around 1 and 2 and 3. Lady Bearcats. And they're going to say she got her on the arm. That is Phillips' 5th foul. And the Lady Bearcats are down to their final 5. Martinez drops that one in. Draper going back on D. Lady Dusters have pulled ahead by 5. Crooks sends it in. Zapata. Zapata pushes left. Nice pressure by Padilla. Gets it to Crooks. Crooks for no good, wide left. Emery with the rebound. Hands it off to Crooks, and she'll put it in for 2. Minute to play here. Martinez pushes it left. Brings it back out top of the key. That will be a foul on Emery. Her second tonight. Sending Martinez to the line. Can't get the friendly roll. She is 3 for 5 from the line. Knocks the second one down. Timeout call. 49.7 on the clock. Lady Dusters on top by 5. Crooks bringing it across for the Lady Cats. Pressure by Martinez. She'll get it to Laverty. Stanley got her covered up. Lady Dusters just need to play smart defense. Zapata short. Martinez comes away with the rebound. Just slow play it. Timeout, White. She wants full. We'll be right back.
Ever wonder what happens with the money you deposit with us? Well, your deposits enable us to make loans. Personal, real estate, vehicle, and seasonal loans. All to local families. And this energizes our whole local economy. Stop by and let's talk. Together we grow. We're an equal housing lender.
Martinez will be fouled again with 8.7 seconds on the clock. Lady Dusters still on top by 5. Knocks it down. Now we're on top by 7. 8 seconds to go. Shots up. No good, and that'll do it. And the Lady Dusters are starting the season 2-0. Great job, nice effort by our Lady Dusters once again tonight. Hang around, stay tuned, as the Dusters will try to also advance to 2-0 as they take on the Bearcats. Spirit line as our boys hit the floor. Stick around, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Around here, we give quick service on loans. We're local. We make our own decisions. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town office to give you a yes or no. So if you have good credit and don't want to wait, talk to us. Everyone has something that they do best. Banks are no exception. Ours is investing back into the local communities that we serve. We make loans to local families and businesses. These loans generate the dollars which empower our local community. Invest in our community by banking with us. We're an equal housing lender. Ever wonder what happens with the money you deposit with us? Well, your deposits enable us to make loans. Personal, real estate, vehicle, and seasonal loans. All to local families. And this energizes our whole local economy. Stop by and let's talk. Together we grow. We're an equal housing lender. Around here, we give quick service on loans. We're local. We make our own decisions. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town office to give you a yes or no. So if you have good credit and don't want to wait, talk to us. Everyone has something that they do best.
We are ready for the last contest of the evening, as the Parker Gage Food Supply Bearcats are the visitors wearing black, blue, and white, taking on the home team, these are the Dusters. Blue and white, wearing white, blue, and black. Starting lineup, the Parker Gage Bearcats, led by Sam Baker and Jeremy Sawyer. Number 1, Number 2, Tyler Christensen. Number 3, Amber Livingston. Number 11,
So you move it away from
Gabe Porter. Number 14, Zach Carter. And for the home team, the leader. Double zero, Isaac Warren. Number 3, Joe Reese. Number 11, Dallas Gray. Number 14,
How do you get?
Joe Reese.
How do you get? I know. You see me sitting down there on the
Number 21, Cooper Melbourne. Good luck to both teams. Let's enjoy the game.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Dusters coming in off an exciting win versus the Buffalo Bison before break. We'll see how things go tonight as we take on the Bearcats. Yeomans wins the tip, gets it to Flores. He sends it to Reese to bring it across. Goes to Ruiz on the far side of the floor. Joel down to Yeomans, and it's stolen away by Quezada. Like Brown tried to penetrate into the lane, and the Dusters weren't having any of it. Joel gets it to Berto. Back to Joel, open to the bucket. Shots up and in. The Dusters strike first. Frame steals it away. Berto's going to get called for the double dribble. Lost a little traction there and couldn't recover. It's like Quezada's got the ball now. Gets it back to Lennington. Shots up and in for two, and we are all tied up. Berto brings it across for the Dusters. Isaac trying to get it across. Yeoman's top of the key, swings it to Berto down near the corner. He'll drive out, kicks it to Frame. Frame to Flores. Flores, now Yeoman's up top. Screen by Frame, nothing there. Berto for three from downtown. 5-2 is the score. Porter gets it to Lennington, and he puts it in for two. Lennington put it in for two. Yeomans drops a three in. Porter down low. Yeomans tries to get the block, but does come away with a foul there. Looks like Carter will go to the line to shoot two. First shot. Too strong, no good. Playing this one off the release. He gets it to go. They work it in. Nope. Ruiz lost the dribble. Out of bounds it goes. That will be black ball. Lennington to send it in. Gets it to Quezada in the backcourt. Brings it across. Hands it back to Lennington. Shots up, no good. Battle for the rebound. A foul is the call. I'm going to give that one to Flores. Appreciate the intensity. Now just got to keep it under control. Lob pass over the top to Porter. Quezada drives in, gets the lucky roll. 7-8 your score. Dusters on top. Joel gets it to Yeomans. Berto pulls up for three. That one's online and in for two, three more. 11-7 your score. Quezada, Lennington from the elbow. Shots up, round and in it goes. Berto looking for Joel in the corner, goes to Frame up top. Joel will get called for the travel as he skidded that pivot foot. So we got a flat tire here. Carter getting her taken care of. We should be back in action now. Lennington gets it back to Quezada. Quezada's bringing it across. Porter back to Quezada. Tries to penetrate into the paint. Pulls back out. Gets it in Lennington's hands. Porter pulls up for three. No good. Frame with a nice defensive board. Gets it to Yeomans. Pushes it on across. Right to the elbow. Kicks it out. Ruiz, a little pump fake. Calling it pretty tight early here. Berto picks up his first foul. Quezada bringing it across for the Bearcats. Kicks it out. Brown drives in, shoots, no good. Berto with the rebound. Trying to make up for a little lost time. Gets it down to Yeomans. Drives out of trouble. Joel breaks to the bucket, can't get it to convert. Isaac Flores with the rebound, gets it to Frame. Outside, Berto for three, off the back of the rim. Ball goes wild, Yeoman's able to recover. Drives into the paint, little chip shot, no good. Brown with the rebound, and he's pushing it up the floor. Kicks it out to Lennington. Now Quezada into the paint, and he's going to get called for the travel. Too many steps between dribbles. Turnover in favor of the Dusters. Joel up the floor, Yeomans. Yeomans to Berto, working it down low. Frame from the backside, can't get it to go. Quezada brings it across for the Bearcats. Lennington to Brown. Brown trying to do a little fancy footwork and took an extra step. Travels the call. Front of the bench, fellas. Who's sending it in? Joel steps up for the inbound. Gets it to Berto. Berto up to Flores. Flores back to Berto. Crosses over. Finds Yeomans. Yeomans. Ruiz baseline. 10 foot out, no good. Porter with the rebound. Brings it on up the floor. Lennington for three. Outside, no good. Flores with the long rebound. Joel pushes it up the floor. Oh, Frame didn't see it coming. Out of bounds it goes. Nice look to the backside. Turnover is the result. Quezada. Coach is telling him to go right. Comes back left to Porter. Quezada looked at the three, penetrates into the paint, kicks it right back out. Porter out to Quezada. Now Lennington top of the key. Short pass. Brown into the lane, no good. Rebound winds up in the hands of Carter. Goes up strong and draws the foul. Fouls on Frame, his first of the evening. 4 team fouls for the Dusters. One more, and the Bearcats will be in the bonus. Short on the first one. Second shot off the front of the rim and in. Oh, stolen away and out of bounds it goes. Still be Duster ball. Carter just couldn't get a hold of it after he deflected the pass. Yeomans to send it in. Baseline near the corner. Goes to Joel. Back to Yeomans. Navigating this three-quarter court press. Back to Yeomans. Right in the middle to Ruiz. Drive, shoots, no good. Porter with the rebound. Porter pushing it up the far side of the floor. Finds the man down low. Carter puts it in for two. We have a lead change. Bearcats on top, 12-11. Skip pass over to Flores on the far side of the floor. Oh, Quezada intercepts the pass, gets it to Lennington. "12 seconds here. First foul of the Bearcats. That one's on number 4, Quezada. Reese in the backcourt. Lob pass over the midcourt line. Now goes to Umberto on the far side. Down in the corner. Quezada is going to... Out of bounds it goes. Time expires. We'll be right back. Second quarter coming up next.
Banks are no exception. Ours is investing back into the local communities that we serve. We make loans to local families and businesses. These loans generate the dollars which empower our local community. Invest in our community by banking with us. We're an equal housing lender.
Flores to send it in for the Dusters. Long pass. In and out of the hands of Ruiz. He tries to save it right into the hands of Carter for the Bearcats. Porter brings it across. Works it to Brown. Penetrates into the paint. Little dish to Carter, and it goes wild. Lennington with the save. Porter with the shot. No good, and we have a foul on the Bearcats. Push is the call. First foul on Carter. Ruiz, just about threw it to Yeomans, who wasn't looking. Good save. Gets it to Berto. Now Yeomans, long pass up the floor to Flores. Berto tries to penetrate in, gets covered up. Flores working it inside the frame. Foul on Carter. Reached around the edge. Second foul. Picked it up right quick and in a hurry. It's going to bring in Hudson to the ball game. Lob pass over the top for Yeomans, picked off by Porter. Nice hustle by Flores. Lennington still able to get a hold of it. That is going to be an over the back, I would think, on Hudson. Joel had position. Height advantage to the Bearcats, but they do call him for the foul. Into Flores, right back to Joel. Working to Yeomans in the middle. Little toss pass to Berto. Frame from the corner. Too soft. Quezada gets it to Porter. Porter up to Lennington. Penetrates into the paint. Shots up off the back of the iron. Joel comes away with the rebound. Joel pushes it across. Finds Berto. Berto's trying to call the offense here to get things working. Goes to Joel on the far side. Berto with the cut through. Joel, Yeoman's inside. Gets the shot off and gets it to go. Cooper getting us within one. Quezada penetrating to the elbow, kicks it out. Lennington drives into the lane, loses his footing, kicks it back out. Quezada penetrates to the paint, shot from 10, able to get it to go. Bearcats on top by 3. Yeomans, long pass up the floor, frame, slows it up, gets it back to Yeomans. Coach McDonald calling the play. Berto, top of the key, to the free throw line. Yeomans. On his way to Joel in the corner. Porter's going to pick up his foul. First quarter fouls were Duster heavy. Now we got 5:17 left to play in the second, and the Dusters are in the bonus. Yeoman's shooting 2 here. Oh, short, front of the iron, no good. Playing this one off the release. Looks like Lennington's going to get a breather as Kidd checks into the ball game. In it goes. 14-16 your score. Dusters trail by 2. Porter for 3. Wide right off the glass there. Frame with the rebound. Gets it to Yeomans. Yeomans for 3. Knocks it in. Lead change. Dusters on top. 17-16. Quezada. Kidd in the corner. Working it inside to Hudson. Can't get it to go. Yeomans with a defensive board. Yeomans finds frame, top of the key. Swings it to Joel. Joel to Berto. We'll reset. Miscommunication. I don't think everybody knew what the offense was there. Yeomans for three. That one's too strong. Joel ties it up. No, he's going to get called for the foul. Got him on the arm. Quezada brings it across for the Bearcats. Porter kicks it out. Kidd for three. Quezada ends up with the rebound and puts it in for two. Little back and forth action here. Bearcats on top, 18-17. Frame for three, no good. Porter with the rebound. Drives it up the near side of the floor. Quezada up top. Kicks it back to Porter. Penetrates into the paint. Shot from the elbow. In and out. No good. Yeomans with the rebound. Quick pass up the floor. Berto. Yeomans finds Frame. Wide open on the backside. Knocks it in for two. Back on top. 19-18. Quezada, top of the key. Pushes right into the paint. Tries for the pass. 21 is checked into the game. And that is Allenbach. Out of bounds it goes. Duster ball. Timeout called. Coach Mack wants a full. We'll be right back.
Ever wonder what happens with the money you deposit with us? Well, your deposits...
Stolen away by Brown, and then a block call is going to result in shooting two. That is Ruiz's second this evening. Brown, first shot is up and in. A little swapperoo. We got Kidd and Quezada on the defensive end. Or, excuse me. Stolen away by Lennington. Lennington into the paint, puts it up, no good. Flores with the defensive board. Yeomans finds Joel. Joel up the floor to Frame. Frame back to Joel. Back in Cooper's hands. Trying to get it inside to Flores, and Lennington steals it away. Can't convert the layup. Frame with the rebound. Works it up the floor to Joel. Oh, in and out, and Lennington comes away with the rebound. but his feet were out of bounds. I'd have to check the replay. We'll take the official's word for it. He is a long, lanky fella. And Yeomans will get called for the two-step. Quezada bringing it across for the Bearcats. Inside. Porter at the elbow. Goes down low. Brown, power move, drops it in. Get the ball. Yeomans kicks it right back to Berto. Pass up the floor. Ruiz, advantage Dusters. Gets it to go. Layup good for two. Joel put that one in. Brown for three, no good. Lennington rebound. Quezada to Porter for three, and he gets it to go. Extends that Bearcat lead by 4. We got less than a minute to half. Yeomans gets it to Flores. Goes into the lane, draws the foul. That foul's on Porter, picking up his second. We'll see if the freshman can put him in. Oh, off the front of the rim, no good on one. Playing this one off the release. Oh, too strong, no good. Frame gets the rebound. Gets it back to Flores. Long pass across the floor to Berto. Drives down to the block, puts it up, draws the foul. Can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. 42 seconds on the clock. Third foul on Carter. Excuse me, how about the first foul on Lennington? Berto puts it in. Can't get the second one to go. They're going to say that Joel didn't have position and throws the elbow. Sierra checking into the ball game. Joel picked up his third foul, and we'll probably sit him down till after half. Quezada bringing it across for the Bearcats. Goes left, kicks it back to Brown, kicks it out to Lennington. Drive, shoots from the elbow, no good. Frame with another rebound. Works it up to Flores. Flores up to Yeomans for three. Oh, in and out. Lennington with the rebound. And Frame stops the clock, knocks it out of bounds. Smart play there. Taking the momentum away. Lennington into Porter. Turns, shoots in the paint, and gets it to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. That was a nice look. Sierra was open down low, but we did not have enough time to finish the play. And that sends us to the locker room. 27-22, Bearcats on top. Stick around. Don't count out these Dusters. Versus Buffalo, we were down going into half and came back to be victorious. We'll be back right after half.
Enable us to make loans, personal, real estate, vehicle, and seasonal loans, all to local families. And this energizes our whole local economy. Stop by and let's talk. Together we grow. We're an equal housing lender. Around here, we give quick service on loans. We're local. We make our own decisions. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town office to give you a yes or no. So if you have good credit and don't want to wait, talk to us. Everyone has something that they do best. Banks are no exception. Ours is investing back into the local communities that we serve. We make loans to local families and businesses. These loans generate the dollars which empower our local community. Invest in our community by banking with us. We're an equal housing lender. Ever wonder what happens with the money you deposit with us? Well, your deposits enable us to make loans. Personal, real estate, vehicle, and seasonal loans. All to local families. And this energizes our whole local economy. Stop by and let's talk. Together we grow. We're an equal housing lender. Around here, we give quick service on loans. We're local. We make our own decisions. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town office to give you a yes or no. So if you have good credit and don't want to wait, talk to us.
Second half, Dusters start with the ball. Got a little bit of a lead to work against right here. Flores back to Frame. Frame drives up, pulls up for three, gets it to go. That'll chip away at the lead. 25-27. Bearcats only on top by 2. Quezada goes to his right, comes back to Porter, who pulls up for three. That one's short, right into the hands of Yeomans. Yeomans waiting on the offense. Now they're set. Kicks it to Frame. Flores with the cut through, back to Berto. Berto back to Frame. Inside, Yeomans. Oh, too strong up over the top. Quezada up to Porter. Crosses over, goes to Brown at the baseline. He gets it to go. Puts them back up on top by 4. Berto works at the Joel. Drives left into the paint. Puts it up. Porter got a hand on it. Brown gets the rebound. Back to Porter. Flores with the rebound. Gets it to Yeomans. Long pass up the floor, and Flores must have thought it was going behind him. Missed opportunity there for the Dusters. Quezada to bring it across for the Bearcats. Drives left. Oh, pass for Lennington. Does not make contact. Turnover in favor of the Dusters. Gets it to Berto in the backcourt. Long pass up the floor to Frame. Porter got a hand on it. Last touch by Frame. Quezada is going to bring it across. Porter drives into the paint, puts it up, too strong over the top. Frame with a nice defensive rebound. Works it up the floor to Berto, realizes Bearcats had the advantage. Kicks it to Flores, swings it to Yeomans. He'll pull up for three, off the back of the iron, no good. Frame, great offensive rebound. Yeomans looking for somebody down low, drives into the paint, puts it up, can't get it to go. Porter with the rebound for the Bearcats. Pushes it up the far side, down to the block. Connects for two more. Porter pushing it up the floor, kicks it over to Quezada. Drives left, hand off to Lennington. Stolen away by Flores, works it up to Frame. Takes it to the hole. No foul called. It is white ball. Berto over the top. Joel takes it into the paint. Shots up, no good. Foul is called there. Joel will go to the line to shoot two. Foul was on Carter. That picks up his third. Swish for number one. Kidd checking back into the ball game for Carter. Playing this one off the release. Gets the friendly roll. Gets two from the charity stripe. Brown, near side, penetrates to the paint, kicks it to Kidd. Now Porter's got it. Spin and roll into the paint. Shoots short. Yeomans with the rebound. Pass up the floor. Joel. Goes to Berto. Backside. In for two. Brown brings it across for the Bearcats. Quezada into the paint, dishes it out. Lennington for three, no good. Kidd with the rebound, up no good. I believe over the back will be the call. And it is. Porter picks up another one. That's his third. Joel pressured by Kidd and Quezada. Frame back to Joel. Down to the block. Shots up. Knocks it down. Tie ball game. 3:32 to play in the third. Quezada drives in. Short. Rebound Frame. Gets it to Yeomans. Looking for the long pass. Berto. Little fake at the three-point line. Can't convert at the bottom side. Porter bringing it across, sends it up the floor to Lennington. Pulls up for three, and he knocks one down. Berto back to Yeomans. Berto on the near side. Bounce pass to Flores, working it down low to Frame, but Lennington was there. Lost his footing, the ball still loose. Oh, Flores runs out of real estate. Diving after the ball, sliding out of bounds, and it is black ball. Quezada bringing it up the floor. Lennington in the corner. That's where he goes. Working it inside. Porter covered up. Flores. And they're going to say chopped him on the arm. I believe that's Flores' second tonight. First team foul of the quarter for the Dusters. Lennington to send it in. Over the top to Kidd. Back to Brown. Brown drives in, gets it to Gazeta. Into the paint. 10 foot out, no good. Rebound Brown. Putback is good for 2. Joel bringing it up the floor for the Dusters. Frame. Oh, I thought Porter would be out of bounds, but it wasn't so. Kidd cannot convert. Yeomans with the rebound. Sends it to Frame. Up the floor. Joel. Flores is wide open down low. Gets it converted. Dusters within 3. Quezada to Brown. Pulls up for 3. Way short. Fouls on Porter. I believe that is number 4. Yes, Porter picked up his 4th foul. Yeomans gets it across midcourt to Frame. Bearcats playing tight, not wanting them to get into the paint. Yeomans far side wing, covered up by 2. Say when they play this tight, there's got to be somebody open, and it's Flores down low. Drops it in for 2. Dusters within 1. Quezada, Lennington from downtown, off the back of the iron. Brown with the rebound, and he is fouled on the shot. Third foul on Berto. Brown knocks it down. Extends the lead by 2. Now 3. Flores. Yeomans looked at it from the free throw line. No good. Quezada rebounds. Brown shut down, pulls back. Now he drives up, finds. Oh, and that is either a walk or stepping out of bounds. You pick. It is turnover, white ball. That is Corson that is checked into the ball game. Yeomans middle of the floor, brings it across, comes to Berto on the near side. Flores, Berto. All right, 10 seconds. It's time to be thinking about a score. Joel penetrates in, puts it up, no good. Lennington with the rebound. And no time for the travel call, and that is third quarter in the books. Dusters within 3. We'll be back. Stick around. Fourth quarter coming up after the intermission. Fourth quarter, Bearcats will start with the ball as Corson set to inbound. Quezada in the backcourt. Brings it across. Drives up, finds Lennington. Skip pass over to Kidd in the corner. Nice pass to Ruiz as Joel's pushing it up the floor. Oh my, after all that, Joel's toes were on the sideline. Oh. Tough break for the Dusters. Lennington will send it in for the Bearcats. Quezada bringing it up the floor. Lennington from the elbow. Wide left, no good. Joel picks up the rebound. Berto to Yeomans. Finds Frame down low. Bearcats able to save it. Lennington bringing it across. No good, can't convert. Dusters touched it last. Corson to send it in for the Bearcats. Over the top pass, Brown. Drives right. Kicks it out, Quezada. Drives all the way down to the block, can't convert. Tries to steal from Yeomans, who recovers. Pass up the floor to Berto. Berto back to Yeomans. Berto for three, can't quite get it to go. Off the hands of Brown, and it is Duster ball. They'll have it at the baseline. Berto's going to send it in. 4 across. Frame kicks back. Pass into Berto. Drives baseline. Shot from 12. No good. Frame with a nice offensive board. He can't convert. Quezada picks up the second one. Brown penetrating in. Gets it to go. Count the bucket. Fouls on Joel. I think that's his 4th, and it is. Sierra to check back into the ball game. Dusters playing without Keibel tonight as he is on the concussion protocol. Had him in class this morning. Didn't look like he's too bad a shape. We sure hope for him to have a speedy recovery. Brown converts that three-point play. Yeomans, Berto. Drives down the bay sideline. To the block. Up and in for 2. Chipping away. Down by 4. The Dusters need a steal here. Lennington has the ball on the far side. Quezada drives to the free throw line and gets called for the travel. He's been getting a little riskier and a little braver and finally got called for that swing foot on the dribble. Oh, wow. I can't believe Berto saved that one. Frame centered it up the floor out of trouble. Brown picks it off. Backcourt is the call. Crossed over, and then it is back to the Dusters. Dusters will send it in right there in front of their own bench. Berto on the inbound. Gets it to Flores. Flores, Yeomans. Oh, stolen away by Quezada. On the layup, and he can't convert. Lennington rebounds. Nice defensive pressure by Roger Sierra. Grabs that rebound. Foul is called. Way to go, number 22, Sierra. grabbing the rebound when it counts the most. We'll be right back.
Everyone has something that they do best. Banks are no exception. Ours is investing back into the local communities that we serve. We make loans to local...
Berto into frame. Frame to Yeomans. Skip pass up the floor to Flores. Gets it to Berto. Berto drives baseline. Turns, finds Yeomans at the free throw line. Drives up, turns into the lane. Gets it to go. Dusters within 2. Brown for 2. Too strong. Over the top. Yeomans with the rebound. Gets it to Berto. Berto pushing it up the floor. Into the lane. Can't convert. Lennington with the rebound. Quezada bringing it across. Lennington now is going to hand off to Brown. Brown into the paint. Shut down, turns, kicks it back out. Quezada able to save it. Nice footwork there. Lennington to Brown. Penetrates into the paint. Loses his dribble. There's going to be a foul called on Brace, on Frame. Blah, blah, blah. Brown to the line to shoot 2. He had no problem with his last 2. Not the guy to send to the free throw line as of what we saw so far. First one's in. Dusters down 3. Second one off to the right. Yeomans with the rebound. That's Corson covering him up. That's going to be a foul there. Yeah, you can't have your hands all over him, bud. He gave the thumbs up. Yep, that was probably my bad. Yeomans to send it in. Goes to Berto in the backcourt. Right back to Yeomans. Yeomans drives left. About lost his dribble there. Gets it to Flores. Flores into the paint. Tries to kick it out. That was last touched by the Bearcats, so it remains white possession here. Timeout taken. We'll be right back after them. We'll be right back.
Everyone has something that they do best. Banks are no exception. Ours is investing back into the local communities that we serve. We make loans to local families and businesses. These loans generate the dollars which empower our local community. Invest in our community by banking with us. We're an equal housing lender.
Dusters will have the ball coming out of the timeout. Looks like Berto to handle the inbound. Nope, other side of the floor. Now Berto's still going to handle the inbound. 3 points down, 3:50 to play. Berto, Flores. Goes to Sierra. Sierra turns, looks, frame, crash in the lane. Shot is up. Corson with the foul. Sends Frame to the line. He'll be shooting two. That's Colson's second. Corson, excuse me. Frame misses out on the first one. Playing this one off the release. Short off the front of the iron. No good. Lennington gets it to Quezada. Quezada to Lennington. Back in Quezada's hands, working it inside. Brown turns, shoots. Short. Carter with the rebound. Lennington, Corson. Brown for three, and he's able to knock it down. Dusters down 6. Yeoman's bringing it across. Finds Berto. Berto to the hole, can't convert. That's going to be tipped out of bounds by Lennington. Got Ruiz and Porter checking back into the ball game. Joel is playing with 4. I'd also say he's playing with fire. Long pass over the top, Yeomans. Oh, works it down low, got too far underneath. Quezada trying to make end to end, and he gets this one to convert. Knocked over by his own teammate. Joel pushing this one up the floor. Takes it in, draws the foul on Lennington. Goes to the line. Joel knocks the first one down. Second one's away and in. Dusters back within 6. Quezada bringing it across. Porter on the far side. Back to Quezada. Drives across the elbow, down to the block, kicks it back in Lennington. Brown now. And that is a travel. He sure did. Stepped with both feet. Good call by the official. Berto into Joel. Joel across, cheating left. Kicks it out. Flores. Yeomans. Yeomans. Timeout called. Coach McDonald. 30-second. We'll be back. Berto to send it in. 1:56 to play here, down by 6. Goes into Yeomans. Little pass to Berto. Berto out on the beaver tail. Sends it to Joel. Joel penetrates down to the block, puts it up, draws the foul. That's on Carter. Gets called for the block. 5th foul on the Bearcats. We are in the bonus. That is Carter's 4th. Oh, rare miss by Ruiz. Now shooting 80% from the free throw line tonight. Second one's away, and it goes. Down 5. Quezada standing on the beaver teeth. Porter penetrates to the block, shots up, and he converts. 7-point ball game. Joel Yeomans pulls up. Too strong, off the back of the iron. Quezada, lob pass up. Carter puts it in for 2. Down 9. Minute to play. Joel into the paint, drops it in for 2. Berto steals it away, up, in for 2. Long pass, stolen away by Flores, and he can't hang on, he's pulled a hammy. He fell with his foot behind him. We'll sure hope he's all right. Hopefully just a cramp. We'll be back.
Ever wonder what happens with the money you deposit with us? Well, your deposits enable us to make loans. Personal, real estate, vehicle, and seasonal loans. All to local families. And this energizes our whole local economy. Stop by and let's talk. Together we grow. We're an equal housing lender.
Well, Flores came off the court basically on his own power. We're hoping he just tweaked that knee a little bit. and he'll be all right. Lennington to send it in for the Bearcats. Goes to Quezada in the backcourt. Less than 40 seconds on the clock. Porter driving baseline, puts it up, knocks it down, and they're going to call the foul. Roger a little late to foul. He was trying to get it done before the shot happened. Hey, don't feel bad, Roger. You had a huge momentum swinging rebound just a while ago. Porter does convert for a three-point play. Long pass over the top. Berto back to frame. Now Berto drives baseline. Timeout called. Coach McDonald. He will take a full, so we'll be right back.
Around here, we give quick service on loans. We're local. We make our own decisions. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town office to give you a yes or no. So if you have good credit and don't want to wait, talk to us.
Coming out of the timeout. Dusters are down. Not out. 19 on the clock. Inbound to Joel. Joel drives into the lane, shots up, knocks it down. Timeout called. Coach Mack will be right back. (11:09) on the clock. It is Bearcat ball. Inbound to Brown. They're going to foul Lennington. That'll be Roger Sierra's second foul. Lennington to send it in. Goes to Brown right there on the baseline, sideline. Foul by Frame. That does put the Bearcats in the bonus, and that is not the player I would have picked to foul, but when you're working with 6.5 seconds, you do what you can do to stop the clock. Six for 7 from the line is Brown. 7 for 8. That is the free throw shooter there. Number 15, Hudson checking into the ball game. About 8 for 9 from the line. Joel does get it across. Shots up. In it goes. That's a three-pointer as time. Coach McDonald called a timeout with 1, 2, maybe 2 seconds on the clock. Four seconds on the clock. So down 4. 4 seconds to play here. .4 seconds, 4/10 of a second on the clock. So just got to touch the ball and that'll do it. Well, that was a well-fought battle. They led early. They came back, and then it was back and forth, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. The Bearcats able to find a way to extend that lead, and then the Dusters just ran out of time before it was over. Proud of the boys, well-fought game. Run down some stats for you. Flores comes away with 4. Joel comes away with 18 tonight. Frame with 5. Berto, 13. Yeomans, 11. Well-fought battle, boys. Keep your heads up. Playing with injury late in the game and without one of your starters makes it tough. Keep it up. Friday, we play at Fowler, Kansas versus Ingalls. Pig show on Saturday, so no live stream Friday night. I apologize. But we'll be taking care of those pigs, getting ready for our first outing of the season. Pretty excited about that. We'll see you around. Hit that notification button. Don't miss a stream. Have a good one.